So what's going on? Happy 2020. Welcome to my studio. I'm just here in my kitchen. The lighting sucks. Sound isn't great. A lot of echoing in here. But anyway, I just want to wish you all a happy new year, happy holidays, all that stuff. I hope you had a really great holiday season. I know that I did. And I've just been going through some of my footage from 2019, kind of putting it together. I want to do a year in review kind of thing. And just some of my favorite places and times and just some of my favorite shots and throwing it all together. It's a little long, but I think it's pretty good. But I'm just going to watch it along with you. And let's just see what you think. Let's get started. So this season started off, we went to Moab back in March, kind of early. We like to go to Moab early just because it kind of breaks the cabin fever for us a little bit. And it was our first time in Moab with our Maverick trail. We'd been to Moab several times on our ATVs. We kind of knew what to expect, but you know, and I say it and I get a lot of crap for it, but this Maverick trail is not meant for Moab, and I get a lot of people say, well, it's an off-road vehicle and Moab is off-road, and that is where the similarities end. I mean, this thing really is not made for Moab, and to be honest, we didn't push it too hard. We did it, you know, the 7-mile rim trail here. Kind of kept things simple our first time there. I mean, you really got to have big tires, big ground clearance, long swing arms, long travel suspension. You really need all of that to make the most of Moab, and we have none of that in the Maverick trail. But yeah, we just took a lot of the scenic rides and nothing really super technical.
Like how you're going.
Yeah, this was when we went up towards
Turn. Okay.
top of the world. We didn't quite make it up. This is us coming back down. We didn't go up this. There's a road that seems like goes off to the left at Forks and kind of goes around this. And coming down, I got a little sidetracked and got halfway down this and was kind of committed.
Straight down.
So I had to go the rest of the way.
Keep going.
Yeah, it was fun. We really had a good time in Moab. We'll be going back again this year.
Oh gosh.
I think again, it kind of breaks the cabin fever for us a little bit.
What is this whole deal about? This is easy.
June, we headed down towards Marysville. We trailered the Maverick Trail and my ATV down here to Casto Canyon. It's about an hour trailer ride south of Marysville to get here to Casto Canyon. If you're in the neighborhood, this is the first time we've done it. I'd wanted to do it the last several years, but I'd never had a trailer with us to be able to trailer it down here. Kind of made it work this year. But yeah, if you're in the area and you can do it, head down to Casto Canyon and check it out. But just be advised, it's a really tight gate. I think I'm 51 inches and it's 51 inches that gate is. But from there, the next day, we just rode around the Palute Trail. It was really wet. I mean, this is the Max Reed Trail, and you can see a lot of the runoff still. The Max Reed, I think, still had snow on it, you know, like 4 or 5 weeks before this. But yeah, it was still pretty wet. A lot of the upper trails were still snowed in, but there's plenty of riding to do. It was wet, but it was good. It was beautiful. Everything is still green in June, which is kind of nice. Yeah, you can see just runoff. Everything's wet. Still a lot of snow up in those mountains that are still coming down. Yeah, this is Trail 89, the upper section of Trail 89. I've said it a million times. This is one of my favorite trails. This is down towards the bottom of 89, the lower, I don't know, maybe a mile from that lower gate. We saw an elk. We didn't get it on camera. We saw an elk right there. So for people asking me how well the terabytes do in mud, this is really the extent of the mud that we ever really come across. and they do just fine for this kind of thing. Yeah, see, it was muddy. And the Forest Service was up there doing some controlled burns and stuff, so there's a lot of deep ruts in that mud, and the road was pretty tore up. So a few months later, we went to Mackay for kind of our first annual Northwest Can-Am Maverick Trail meet. There was 4 of us showed up, 5 of us for a little while of one day, but 4 of us for the most part. This will be an annual event, you know. Really looking forward to this one. We're going to do it in different places, I think, every year, but yeah. Mackay, the beautiful place. Holy cow, I'm still amazed that I had never been there before. And it's a 3-hour drive from my house. It's not very far, and it was like, holy cow, how come we have never been here? So this is going to be a new riding area for us for sure. Mackay's beautiful. It's a little rugged, and the maps are a little misleading. I mean, you'll see something that says road, you know, it's a road on the map, and you get to it, and it's the worst road you've ever seen. You'd swear it was a trail, but and then when you find a 50-inch trail on the map, you really don't know what the hell to expect. But yeah, you can see it's just rugged, and it's beautiful.
Just drive past me like to there.
So something to point out that is apparent to me, and I don't know for you that have been following me for a while, it's probably pretty apparent to you. But my wife's got to get some props here.
Nice. Just go nice and
You know, you go back, watch this movie again, you know, watch this video again, and go back to the beginning. There in Moab, we were shooting on a
oh gosh.
GoPro Hero 5 Black, and then starting in Mackay, and now, you know, we're shooting on a Hero 7 Black, and it's on a gimbal, so we're getting a lot steadier shots. But my wife is getting a lot better about getting out and walking up the trail and getting some really good drive-by shots. You know, we'll be standing around BSing, and my wife starts hiking up the trail. You know, she goes looking for a shot, and, you know, you got to give her some props. And, you know, she's got to get her steps, and she wants to get her steps, so it's mutually beneficial. But yeah, big props to my wife. She's been doing a really great job of filming, and I am honestly I don't always have any. Well, I have a clue, I guess, but I don't see the footage until I get home, and I sit in the computer and I start looking at it to see what she got. And it's like, damn, that's pretty cool. I mean, look, that's a pretty cool shot. So anyway, props to my wife. Give the video a thumbs up. Don't do it for me. Do it for my wife, because she's been working hard. She's getting better. She's really trying to put some thought into what she does. I'm trying to put a little thought into the editing. I'm still kind of a rookie at it, but anyway, if you like the video, I appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up. That really helps out our channel quite a bit. But yeah, Mackay was a really interesting, beautiful place, and a lot of it was the company we were with. Just great people. It makes it a lot more fun. We ride a lot by ourselves, and we enjoy each other's company. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, riding with a group of people that you really enjoy being with really makes a big difference. We had a really great time. I mean, look at that shot. Good job, honey. That looks like a freaking drone flying alongside. Looks really good. Good job, honey.
Keep coming. Okay.
So now we are back to the Palute Trail. It was towards the end of September, last week of September, first week of October. Spent 10 days down there, and for a couple of those days we had some friends come down from Washington. We had Dan and Judy right there behind us, and Anthony way back in the back there. And if you've seen the video, I'll put a link to it at the top. You've seen the shot before, but I just had to put it in this video too. I think this is such a great shot. Just beautiful. I bought a drone just before this trip. I've been wanting a drone for so long. Finally bought a drone like 2 days before we went on this trip. So I had to learn how to fly it while we were shooting video. So this is me on maybe my second or third flight. And I am in the passenger seat of that front rig right there and riding in a bouncy Maverick trail trying to fly a drone. I mean, you got to give me some props here. It's not as easy as it looks. But I'm, hoping to get a little more done with the drone in 2020. Like I say, this was my first real attempt at some cinematic stuff. And yeah, you can see it. It's not super cinematic, but it's not too bad. More drone footage. Probably way too much drone footage in this video, but I think it all turned out pretty good. Again, I'm riding in the front rig in the passenger seat, bouncing around, trying to fly this thing. This is flight number 3 or 4 for me. This is Trail 89. I've always wanted to get some drone footage of this section, this burn section of Trail 89. I think it's just epically beautiful. I love it. And with the green off in the distance. Yeah. Yeah, I love this trail. This goes on like this tunnel. I mean, I have a couple of videos of it. I'll put a link up. But yeah, this goes on for, feels like forever. I mean, for miles. You're just kind of driving through this canopy of aspen trees. Then you got to climb this hill and kind of dig your way out of that canyon. Get a little run at this switchback and go. And then it's just uphill for a really long time to get back up to the main 01 out of there. And again, I'm in the passenger seat, bouncing around, trying to fly, trying to see what the drone sees on my little phone that's bouncing around. I'm wearing my glasses. I can't wear my sunglasses. I have to wear my glasses so I can see the screen. And anyway, I'm making excuses, but I think it turned out okay. This is a little bit of that new section of the Barney Lake Trail. I mean, damn, look at that. Look at that. This is the overlook near the top of the Barney Lake Trail. From here, I mean, this is the summit, and then you kind of go downhill to the Barney Lake Trail. This is the overlook. Maryvale's kind of off there in the distance. That little snake of green you see, that's Bullion Canyon and all that goes up there. Yeah, you just see a long ways. And then why not turn the drone around and get a shot coming back in? Yeah, this is after Dan and Anthony had left, and my wife and I, we had one day to go play. So we did the Barney Lake Trail. I wanted to shoot a video of the new section of it, put a link to that up at the top, and then wanted to get some more drone footage, because I didn't get to play with my drone very much. And down over there, that's Barney Lake right there. It's about 10,000 feet, I think, just over 10,000 feet elevation, that little Barney Lake. And this is me practicing chasing the machine. I'm not in the machine this time. I'm sitting down behind it in a lawn chair in the shade. Yeah, a lot of this footage didn't make it into my other videos that I posted, and I still kind of like the way they turned out, so throw them on here. Come on. That's pretty damn good, right? That's pretty good. I think I'm about flight number 5 or 6 by this point. And then the chase is on. But yeah, we're all just going to blast you with some drone footage. But anyway, I just wanted to thank you all for hanging out with me in 2019, and I'm really looking forward to the 2020 season. I hope to see some of you and run into some of you, not literally run into you, but meet some of you out on the trails this year. Really looking forward to it. My wife and I have been working a lot through 2019, and so I haven't been able to post a lot. We haven't even really been able to ride a lot. We've been working, I don't want to bore you with my details, but we're really looking forward to 2020. And I appreciate the subscribers. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. If you're new to the channel, take a look around. If any of this interests you, I just encourage you to hit the subscribe button down on the bottom right hand side. And yeah, see you guys in 2020.